Hi guys, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, June 20th, 2017. This is Jennifer. I'm sitting in front of my thread wall today because there is nothing on my design wall. My labyrinth quilt is still waiting to go on the frame. I thought I had enough quilt back for that and I didn't. I pulled my fabric out to piece and I was about a yard short, so I'm waiting for just a little bit more of the medium swirls that I used, the sort of lavender swirls I used on the quilt to come so that I can finish piecing the back so I can get it on the frame. Paper piecing vintage will be revealed on Monday, so that is also not on the wall because it is almost done being pieced. I have the borders ready to go and the rows are all put together. I just need to put the borders on the rows. We'll talk about the last block and I'll show you my finished quilt top for my Halloween paper piecing vintage. So that'll be on Monday. I did finish 2 Linus quilts last week. I talked about how I was going to do some swirls and I did a little bit of video on Friday that I want to show you guys now. Hey guys, it's Friday, June 16th and I'm outside the day before Linus so I can show you guys the 2 quilts that I got finished this week. I mentioned last week that I was going to practice on a quilt so that I could get ready to quilt my labyrinth quilt, and instead of practicing on one, I practiced on 2. These are 2 of the orphan block quilts that I made at my friend Linda's house probably, I don't even know, like 2 months ago now. The orphan blocks in this quilt and the blue and white blocks in this quilt both came from Sarah in Houston, who by the time you see this, I will have seen her at Linus on Saturday because she's in Austin for the weekend. The little kitty cat panel in the center of this, those actually came from our very own Laura. These were just 12.5-inch blocks. I pieced these all together. I quilted them. I practiced my swirls. I feel much better about it. I actually did the second quilt that I did. I felt way better on the swirls. The swirls in the first were fine, but I got them more evenly spaced and I added like a little I did sort of a swirl with a meander in between and that worked out really great. So that is what I'm planning to do on my labyrinth quilt, and hopefully by the time you see this, my labyrinth quilt is on the frame. I still have to piece the back. I have everything ready to go. I just need to piece the back and get it on the frame. So once again, both of these donated to the Linus Connection. For those of you that don't know or you're new viewers, the Linus Connection is a 501(c) nonprofit based out of Austin, Texas. We donate blankets to kids in crisis, in all variety of crisis, so like foster homes, kids that have been taken from their families for one reason or another, kids who are in the hospital, kids who have lost a family member, just lots of different reasons. These, like I said, will go to and have gone to, by the time you see this, the Linus Connection. In addition to finishing up a billion things, having, just being near the end of so many things, I have some new things started. Months ago, I promised my brother-in-law I would make an R2-D2 cushion for him, and that is now in progress. A couple of years ago, I made a C3PO pattern for Summer of Stitching, when we did Summer of Stitching on Fandom and Stitches. I don't even remember what year that was now. And I turned that C3PO into a cushion for my brother-in-law, and he wanted an R2-D2 companion. This is still in progress. I'm still stitching it. You can see my stabilizer that I print on here, and I've gotten some of him stitched, but not very much. So this is what I've been working on since I finished stitching the 21 blocks that I stitched for the labyrinth quilt. I want to thank you guys for your response to Rainbow Cascade. I'm super excited about my September event. Like I said last week, the way I've laid it out is even if you make the biggest quilt, you'll never have to make more than 2 blocks a week, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek today. This is the Rainbow Cascade block. It's a 10-inch block. Every single block will look like this. It has a background fabric, a secondary color, and a main color, and all the main colors are going to be your rainbow colors. I'm doing tonal whites, tonal grays, and then tonal whatever my main color is. I will continue to share with you as we get closer to September. We'll talk more about the block. I will be sharing a tutorial on the easiest way to put this block together to make it faster for you to piece, since you will be making multiples, and I will be talking about just different hints and tips that I can share to try to make this as easy and fast as possible for you guys. Free Pattern Friday was a revisit of a favorite old pattern, Sea Turtle. I revamped the pattern just a little bit so that the turtle's shell was more distinguished from the rest of it, and I refined the flippers a little bit so they just have a little bit more flipper shape. Also increased the pattern size from 5 inches to 6 inches, and I added a 10-inch pattern, so it's now a 6-inch pattern and a 10-inch pattern in one document, so you can make either one, whatever you like. You can do it as a solid sea turtle or you can do it as a 2 2-color sea turtle. So you can find that on sewhook.com. If you are participating in the UFO event for Fandom and Stitches, then I'm going to give you 2 thumbs up. I know a lot of people have jumped in and are working on Project of Dooms or finishing up Doctor Who quilts, Lord of the Ring quilts, personal projects that they've pulled from a variety of different fandoms all over Fandom and Stitches. And I want to just keep encourage you guys to keep working. I will keep trying to come up with some helpful things to help move you along. I've been trying to post stuff on Fandom and Stitches every week just to encourage you guys. I'm hoping to get to start on my UFOs soon. All of mine just need quilting, so I just need to get them, like the blocks, the whole top piece, I just need to quilt them. So hopefully over the next few weeks, I will just be a quilting maniac. If I could do 1 per week, then I could be done by the end of July. Don't forget Paper Piecing Vintage on Monday, the big Halloween quilt reveal and the end of that particular event. Don't forget to post your videos. If you want to join us on WordPress, please just drop me a line and I'll add you to our repertoire of video makers. You are always welcome. It's crafty show and tell. Whatever you're working on is all you have to do. Your video does not have to be as edited as mine. That's just how I like to do mine. And it's part of my ongoing effort to make my free content as quality as possible. Like I said, you can just record straight to YouTube. You do not have to do an edited video with an intro and outro and the whole thing. I hope that you will join us, and I think that's going to be it. You guys have a wonderful week. Have a crafty week. If it is hot where you are like it is where I am, I hope that you can stay cool. I'll see you next week. Bye.